So we've made our wishes. We tossed our coins. The coins came back. And it is now.
They did not go to the Witcher this time when we tossed our coins.
It is now turn 1.
Ding, ding, ding.
So
we're going to start with the old fright tokens, or we'll start with building tension because we're at the beginning of a.
So rolling to see if the fright tokens actually do anything. It is an 8.
So they need to be a 10. 10 plus on the first turn. So this turn they're just manifesting in the.
They're just wind in the limbs. All right. So do you have a preference on who you're controlling other than Matt?
Yes, Seth.
Okay. you want Seth and Alice?
Yeah, sure. I'll accept Alice.
Where are they
That's
going?
usually what happens. So I think Alice is going to start heading towards the dock, and Seth will quickly follow behind her.
All right. Full movement.
Yeah. Let's head on over there.
All right. She's going to get a jump scare. She's going within the area terrain. So let's go ahead and roll that. The dice over by my tray. She gets a 2.
2. Eerie sounds. The character makes an awareness test. On a failed test, the character trips.
All right, her awareness is 12, and she rolled a 2. So she's good.
So she's good. She doesn't trip. She stumbles a little bit, catches herself as the outhouse door swings open.
Just creaking in the wind.
This time the Lakeshore Killer is not inside, thank goodness.
All right, Seth moved 2. Sees if he trips. Oh, he doesn't have any terror, so he can't trip.
Not this time.
All right, well, if we're going to do that, then let's split up, gang. Max is going to move 8.
Yeah, Darth, it's all about the fun. It's all about the experience.
Denise is also going to move 8. Max does not jump scare, but Denise does.
Of course she does.
8.
Strange shadow. The character gains a terror point. She's getting awfully close to that swirling mist of evil down there in the center of the table.
This song, I Love You, the Barney song, but like creepy. Oh man. Alright, that is it. Turn 2.
Alright, so now in this turn, our building tension roll on a 6 or more, the fright tokens will begin to activate. And we also generate one at the well.
It's a 1. Does not go off.
Nope. But you are going to put one over by the well. Those Evil's starting to overflow.
Darn kids taking this roof off an evil well. So there's no killer, so we can just move again.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so she's moving through the woods, so her movement will be halved.
So with difficult terrain, it's basically every inch that you move in difficult terrain costs you 2. Or
right.
It's just done.
So for her to move 5 inches is going to actually take all 10 inches of her movement.
Well, actually,
Seth is going to go the long way around.
It's actually faster for Seth to never to use the area terrain. He always avoids it.
He just ends up slogging through 3 inches at a time. Just doesn't want to hurt his precious little ankles. Denise and alright, so he
Darth,
gets...
the main dice is a D20, and you're gonna need a D10. So you could, if you wanted to, you could like half your D20 roll, but the game comes with a D20 and a D10.
Max is getting to the other side of this tent. Has to roll a jump scare. And she'll get right there. Max's jump scare is a 1.
lunge, place the killer and base to base with the character, and make an attack with attack number 2.
The guy, he was hiding in the tent. Samara. She crawled out of
So
her
now
well and just looked for a sleeping bag.
It's way more comfortable.
Boom, the killer has been placed. Let's get this camera over here for a nice shot of that action.
And this is our disjointed killer. So attack number 2, if the disjointed killer is not in base to base with the character, it moves 1d10 towards the closest character. So right now, because she's already in base to base, she lunges up, she's just hanging out. So you're going to see very quickly that the way that the disjointed character works is you gain terror by how often she moves, or it moves around. So she doesn't do a lot of injuries, but she's going to terrify the characters who can see her.
You clarified that it rolls a d20 and a d10, but really you just need one d20 to play.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so...
John Jones, Seth won the day at the end of last game.
Oh, he did. It was shameful.
They made it to the 4x4, but it was close. The killer showed back up again and was running Seth down in the rain, and he was able to mudslide to the car and get out of there.
Sith had to make 2 trip tests, and the killer had to not catch him. And there was like 4 or 5 things in a row in the last turn.
That all worked out, barely.
Somehow, because leave it up to Seth to disappoint me in every way he can. Not by just being bad, but by being spiteful to me too. All right, turn 3. So you guys can see this one's moving a lot faster since we've kind of gotten to the swing of things.
Yeah.
Turn 3.
On a 5 up. So we're gonna add another fright token over there at the well.
5 up. It is an 8. So that goes off.
So they are gonna go. So it's gonna start with tokens that are closest to characters. So I think it's gonna be our swirling mass in the middle there.
Yeah, we roll the first one.
That is looking real close.
It's 9.
So it would immediately conjure the killer, unless you're using replace the killer's model. So once it's already placed, what happens now is you would normally roll a d10 once the killer is revealed. And if you roll less than or equal to the number of wounds on it, this is where he can start to kind of creep around the board a little bit.
Now,
but since he...
optional rules. There is for the next level up. So like he was saying, there is a mechanic that if you roll for the killer and the killer's already on the table, you go through things. For this specific scenario, there can be multiple killers.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Which we haven't played. It's the same figure, John Jones. We haven't played too often, so do we want to try that?
We can.
Let's roll with 1. Let's roll with 1 extra killer. We're up into difficulty.
Yep.
That black puck.
That's
is
not even in.
The extra killer. I don't want to get like 5 killers on the board because I'm not that good. We'll roll for another one next to it. That's a 2, so it disappears.
So 1 to 3 on that table, the fright token just turns out it's nothing.
That's a 5, so it moves 6 inches towards Seth. It is in base to base. Oh wait, we need to do the MO for this one, right?
Yeah, so it's going to end up moving towards Seth. Or Seth. So go ahead and rock D10 for him.
Yeah. Moves 3 inches. Okay, that's not bad.
Save for now.
The one in the well, that's a 6, so it's moving towards Seth as well. And the last one is a 4, so it also moves towards Seth. Seth is gonna die, 100%. This is not looking good for him.
So Moya, you if you want to, you eventually can. But the killer itself comes with a lot of extra pieces and parts and things, so you can sort of craft them to look like your favorite at least.
Yeah, and this particular variant is not the. It is the added difficulty, and it's the only one right now that has multiple killers. If you have the Grays pack, you will have the 3 aliens that you could use.
Yeah, that one's fun because you can have up to 3 Grays roaming the table.
But in the initial 5, there's a single killer, except for the scenario with the added difficulty option. Oh, the killer didn't attack Max, right? Because there's no fear yet.
So when he moves in, did he move into base to base with him? Did he actually get to him?
For Max, yeah.
And also, anytime the killer in this moves, anybody who can see it gains a point of terror because it's all bent and twisted and horrifying to even look at. So, I think a couple of people there can see.
Yeah.
Our disjointed friends moving about.
This may just rock us like
one's about. This scenario turns into terror mitigation pretty quickly.
What's its visage here? Sorry, I just want to look at the page. Disjointed. Right?
Disjointed. Yep.
Stand base to base, moving D10, and its creepy form and elbows give both Denise. Oh wait, I should put this on the page. Give Denise and Max both a terror, and Seth gets one too. All right, that is the end of the fright phase. Now it's the killer phase.
That's very much a that's a Connor and a Ben question. He's asking, can you get more bodies as an upgrade?
Like
I think you said earlier.
Killers' bodies, you mean? Yeah, eventually. Not right now, but we're not sure if we're going to do it as an STL or just do the body as a whole, or add the weapon. We're still deciding. Killer phase. So now the killers are attacking, right?
Yes, sir. Are they both in base to base?
No, this one's gonna have to move.
Yep, and anybody who can see it, but it does gain a terror, and then you'll get to see how brutal our disjointed killer is here.
All right, Seth has 2 terror, and first attack.
Shutter step. Disjointed killers target the character in base to base with the most terror points. In the case of tie, players choose. Place a fright token in base to base with the targeted character. And it also is a combat 14.
Three.
Hits, so he takes 1 injury and 1 terror point. So last turn, the Lakeshore Killer was chunking people for 3 injuries at a time and making them bleed. The Disjointed Killer doesn't really hurt you a lot physically, but the terror points build up rather fast. And then Unnatural Claw, if Disjointed Killer is not base to base of the character, it moves 1d10 towards the closest character.
And terror points can make your characters go insane if you double your value. So for Seth, he only has a fright value of 4. So at 8 terror points, he goes insane. All right, so Max gets a fright token beside him, and combat 15, right?
14, but
14.
It also goes up by 1 for each terror point.
All right, well, he got it. So he gets a wound
So he gets an
and
injury and a terror point.
And now it's the character's turn. Oof.
Seth, I think, is going to start by using his flashlight to place a token right on himself.
Okay. It's going to do that, and it's going to push all of these away.
So it's going to get rid of the fright tokens.
Oh, sorry, yep.
He recovers a terror.
Man.
And the killer will be on the edge of it, but the fright tokens actually go away. Poop, poop.
Okay, so that's his first action. What's his second?
But he still gains 2 terror because he activated next to them.
Oh, right.
So he's still not in the best shape.
You need to take a breath.
Yeah, I think he's going to, because he'll be able to remove an additional terror. So he removes 2 terror from taking a breath in there.
All right, so he had 4. He activated, got 6. Did the lights, got 4. Deep breath, that's another 2.
Yep.
So he's down to 2. That's pretty good.
And items in this, so we used the flashlight one time last time, but you'll see on their character cards that weapons use ammo and items often have battery if they're electronic. So the flashlight's a battery too. So he can use that twice per game unless he's able to search and find some batteries.
Yeah.
Which is a possibility.
Is Alice just running?
Yeah, she's getting out of there. She's gonna head for the docks.
So she can move 5 to the edge. And then is it within 1 or base to base in this one?
Check. Within 2.
Within 2. Okay, so she could search that.
All right, she's gonna give it a go.
It's her awareness, right?
Yep.
Her awareness 12. She's gonna.
And she goes down to a 10 because these are ancient rituals, and the characters aren't so good at those.
And she wants to encourage herself.
Does she? Yeah, she can. Absolutely.
Free encourage. Yep. So that'll be a 13 or under. It's a 13.
Nice.
She picks it up. So that's 1 down. So you got to pick them up and then get back to the well. All right, now back over here. Oh. I think Denise is just gonna. She's just gonna move all the way over here and have to roll a jump scare.
So Denise DeGraw is our debutante, and her item is Daddy's phone. So she has access to Dad's cell phone. So she could, if you wanted to, she could also put a supporting character out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off on that one until we really need it.
All right.
I rolled an 8 on the fright.
The jump scare.
Yeah.
She's in trouble. What did you get again? I'm sorry, what did you roll?
An 8. An
8. So the character gains a terror point. The strange shadows over here in the tents and trees.
Classic.
It is classic.
So she gets that. What is Max? Max is just gonna swing.
That's what he does.
Yeah, man. He's gonna focus up and swing. So on a 12 or under.
Get it, Max. Swing away.
It's a 4.
Oh man, whack. All right.
So that's 2 damage, right?
Yep. The bat does 2. And the disjointed character only has 8 wounds, but when you drive it off, you immediately just replace the killer using its MO. So the disjointed character never really leaves, just kind of shutter steps away and comes back out of the shadows.
All right, that's it. Turn 4. Fright
8
tokens
left.
first.
Yep.
We'll drop one of these right here. It's a 3.
And we're on turn 4?
Yep.
4 more, so we're good. Fright tokens aren't doing anything this turn.
All right. Killer phase. The killer and base to base with Max is going to first swing away at a combat of. Is this combat? 12?
14.
14.
Plus, and then it goes up by 1 for each point of
2.
terror on Max.
So 16 or
16
under.
or less.
It's 13. So it hits and gives a terror. Oh, and max activated within that terror token last time. That fright token. Alright. Now, the second move. Chilled grass. Nothing happens. This killer can't do anything because Seth is in the light.
So when he's untargetable, he will go for the next kind of available person. So skitter off into the darkness and look for, I mean, it's going to be Alice down there.
Yeah. He moves 5 inches towards Alice.
And this character also ignores difficult terrain.
Okay. Character phase. Oh, and we need to see if his flashlight.
The light flips off, so it's just gonna flip. Chink.
Let me get a pen.
And I'll be right back, Connor.
Sure. You know, you think you get all the tokens. You think you get everything from the shop, including the entire streaming setup. And you forget the light tokens. Alright. So we'll do that. Character phase. Seriously though. I knew it. I left the shop and was like, I'm gonna forget something here. Alright. Is that within 2? Ooh, I think she can pick up that thing. Let me just check the scenario. Can't wait till I have the actual book in my hands instead of my beta version of the book. Well in the woods. Investigating point of interest.
Alright, I'm back. So
Hey.
chat, what do you guys want Seth to do this turn?
No, don't even. Point of interest. It's within 2.
Yes.
I can grab it. It's at a 10. So she moved and she's trying to pick it up. 4.
Nailed it.
Denise gets.
Seth is life. What do you guys want him to do? He's the champion. Seth, get a relic. He might not have the arm strength to carry it back. We're gonna hope that it's like a dead pigeon or something, and not some sort of relic stone. All right. It's yay!
My mic had died. Rip.
That's the power of evil sucking in all the energy it can get. All right, yeah, I guess Seth is gonna end up going for. He'll go run down for the next.
All right, hold on.
Maybe just hop in the 4x4 again and drive off. Later.
My mic died and my Discord needs to be reset. Chat, because Matt can't hear me. 1 second.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh,
I can hear you.
Okay, great.
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, so Denise picked up that thing successfully. Max swung and hit the guy with a bat.
Nice.
So he's going to be knocked back 2 inches.
Yeah, so the bat special rule is that if you deal damage to the killer and the killer has already been damaged, you can actually knock him away some.
And
Seth's gonna be heading right for that dead pigeon down there. I got this one, guys. Connor, your mic died again, I think.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, I hear
Hello?
you. I can hear you now. You're just so stealthy and quiet.
Boom. Okay. Yeah, we should be back for good. The batteries just like don't really last as long as
Seth
I'd like
is the
them to.
best.
All right. I have to I'm gonna have to pin the microphone. Let me see if I can find some future voice. Uno momento, por favor.
Alright, so we'll have, when Seth can go, we'll have him head down to go get the dead pigeon for his part of the, yes, Doug. Seth absolutely plays a wizard in his D&D group. And he often attacks the darkness with his magic missile. It's the only time he's ever been cool. With his 15th level wizard. I didn't even dual class. Yes, Doug. You see Alice over by the well. I want to do them. That's why he's actually following. That's what happens whenever we play this game, is that Seth always ends up running after Alice or Denise.
There was that one time that I think he went with Max, but I'm pretty sure they both got killed, and that was the last time Max did that.
That's because Seth purposely did something to get Max killed. He could have helped him, but didn't. Just ran away.
All right, got some fresh batteries. We are back in business. All right, so Seth is doing. He's moving towards this one back here.
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna all out. He's just sprinting away.
Yeah, all out, as in move a grand
6
total
inches.
of 6 inches. Okay. Denise is gonna move.
He's actually heading for that car. He's hoping the keys are still in it.
Yeah. 10. All right, that's it. That is that turn.
All right.
Turn 5.
All right. This is gonna start getting brutal here. With, we're gonna put another token over there on the well.
Yep.
On a 3+, they're gonna activate this turn. Yeah.
It's a 1.
No.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's a 1. We're good. We're safe. We're safe for the moment. The killers, though.
Ew.
This
Yeah,
killer
no good
is going after from here to here. Maybe I can take off this roof. Or here, I can just use this other camera, I guess. With the slight lag.
So you play the optional rule with this too. You can end up having 3 of this disjointed dude running around.
All right, so he is going to move 5 inches plus the character sphere.
Yep. Yeah, whatever.
So
Terror. Whatever
7
the terror point.
terror. So he moves right outside of here. Doesn't quite make it though. The other killer immediately moves back into base to base with Max.
Good. It's not Seth.
And swings away on a 2, so gets that.
Grand slam.
And Max saw him move.
Mm-hmm.
Seth did not see him move because his back is turned.
You may not want to use the bat ability on this character because it's a you may, so it's up to you.
I mean, it's max, so he's just gonna keep swinging. But
Yeah.
he is at. Well, he's gonna die the next turn.
Your maxes.
Yeah.
Too much.
He's got
It's too much.
He's got 7 fear. And if he activates near that fright token, he's gonna get an 8 and die.
So maybe on his turn he could do like a snapshot bat hit, and then his other action he could do take a breath and at least get rid of 1. That's up to you.
Yep.
That's just gonna win the day. I mean, Max is over there trying to be a tough guy, and he's just gonna die.
Okay. All right. So he's at 8 now. He's at 8 out of 8. He doubled his fright die. Does it mean he instantly dies, or is it over double?
It's during the next fright phase. You check.
That's right.
We'll see what happens.
Okay. So he's gonna. Because he can't take a breath if he's in face to face, right?
What was that? I'm sorry, I missed that.
He's gonna snapshot. He's gonna snapshot. Combat 10. Needs a 5. It's a 10. Using a luck point. It's a 14.
Hate to see it.
Yeah. Okay. And then.
And he can take a deep breath. He can still do that.
Take a deep breath, so he gets rid of 1. I think you're just gonna. You should have. You don't try to fight these things, man. They're just too scary.
Yeah, one maybe.
All right, so she's moving there, and that's it.
Yeah, Moya is saying use the supporting character with Denise.
Yeah, I think I have to, huh?
Use Daddy's phone, quick.
All right, so she'll just take 1. She'll take 1 movement and then use her item. On a roll of 9 up.
She gets a hold of Daddy.
It's a 16. All right.
Yeah. Whoop whoop.
She calls her dad. And you get to place it anywhere on the board, right?
In her board section.
I'm going to put him just back here in this corner. Can't quite see that on camera, but it is there, I promise. There we go.
So she calls in Dad, who sends a park ranger in.
Oh yeah, that'd be better than Holden, huh? Park ranger coming in hot. Okay.
Yes, kid. And while we're using Ranger Sandy just as the token, the model, it's not actually Ranger Sandy. It's just called a supporting character token.
She's moving there. Seth is gonna go in the house, I guess.
Oh, man.
He's gonna attempt to. So you can move.
Gonna try and boot that door in.
Yep. Seth's combat is 8. What's a door? What's a door combat roll?
Oh, it's +4. If you're kicking it in, it's
That's
+4.
right. 12. He got a 15. Let's use a luck point. He got a 9. I got a 6. Yeah.
Yeah, so supporting characters remove fear tokens that are near them. But the problem is that if a supporting character dies in line of sight of a player character, then they gain a terror.
Okay. Max is fine for the fright phase. Alright, so fright phase of turn. This is 6. We're gonna turn 6 chat. Not turn 6. I just messed this thing up.
Yes, and you also when a character starts their turn within 4 inches of supporting character, they get to remove a terror. So you might want to put Ranger Sandy closer to our buddy Max over there.
Do you think? You think that's the play?
Yeah, because it'll get rid of at the start of the fright phase, fright tokens that are within 6 inches of a supporting character are removed, and when a character starts their turn within 4 inches of a supporting character, they also remove a terror point.
I am so not used to actually having to be afraid. I just like to hit things with my bat.
Yeah, well, it's because you're a meathead.
You're a meathead.
Yeah, because I'm a brainiac.
Okay. Alright. Within 4?
I like how you're over there trying not to die of fright, and then Seth's trying to kick in a door. I feel like our roles have reversed.
Yep. So within 4 inches, that's the play?
Yeah, Moya. That's right. Tell him to read a book for once.
He's gonna show up over here.
Yeah, in real life, Max versus Seth, Max wins. Seth is gonna catch the bat to the head. He's not real nimble.
Alright, does the supporting character mitigate or take away fear when I place it?
So when it first is placed, no. But at the start of the fright phase, any tokens that are within 6 inches will be removed. And when a character activates within 4 inches of a supporting character, they get to remove a terror.
Okay, alright, so I placed her
So you
last
might be
turn.
helping Max out.
Now we're doing the fright phase. So if this is
so
round 6.
At the start of the fright phase, all tokens are within 6 inches of our ranger are going to get removed.
I rolled a 1 on the fright phase, by the way.
Oh, nice. And we're on turn what, did you say?
6.
Nah, it doesn't matter. It's automatically goes now.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 1 for the first fright token.
So it gets removed?
Is it closest to the characters?
Yes, we're starting with closest to characters.
Right, so that one gets removed. Next one. 2 also gets removed. Here we
Nice.
go. Starting with
Touch
the ones
rolls.
in the wells. 10. So that would be, if we were playing difficult rolls, it would become another killer. But I feel like 2 killers is going to be tough as it is.
So if you got the 9 or 10, then what you would do is roll a d10, and if you roll under their injuries, remember it's going to move.
So I didn't roll under his injuries, and that guy doesn't have injuries, and now this guy is enraged.
So yes. So in this instance, now the character is enraged. The killers have a critical chance. So if they roll a 1 to hit, they actually do double their injuries and damage. And when the killer is enraged, it becomes a 1, 2, or a 3. So actually a 15% chance that the killer becomes or hits with a critical, which is no good.
Rolled a 1 for the second one. Have to re-roll that. And a 1 for the last one.
Nice.
Which means there's no more. So we drop one in B and C.
Yep.
B and C. So if you ever run out of fright tokens, you immediately replace 1 in B and C. Keeps the fright token economy going. Killer phase. Let's drill for this guy over by Seth first. It's a 1. I'm rolling so many 1s. Only moves 3 inches.
Wow. Okay.
And now that
That's
killer.
awesome.
Oh wait. Does this instead go immediately for the supporting character?
Oh, it does. Yep, it's gonna target the supporting character. So it's gonna head down yonder. Seth's like, "Oh, get that! There's more meat on their bones."
And then the next guy is going to target the supporting character.
But
oh, he's in base to base already. Never mind.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yep.
6, 7. So combat roll of 13, 15. keep forgetting this number.
And you keep saying them. No, I don't remember. You just keep saying the same. It's 14.
It's 14. It
Plus,
is
and it goes up. Go ahead.
It's a 3.
Oh, that'll hit. It's an injury and a terror point.
Is that a crit since he's enraged?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. So it's 2 injuries and 2 terror points.
He's within the supporting character, so the terror points. Do I not get them? You kept saying it mitigates them.
It removes them.
When he
But
activates.
only. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
I believe so, Moya. That road section you have down there is in the terrain expansion, right, Connor?
Yeah, it is. The road, the lake.
You should. Can you lift it up real quick? Because it's cool. Because it's not just
road?
like a brown muddy bit. Yeah, it's got like sweet tire tread marks in it. It's pretty sweet.
Okay. We did the fright phase. We've done the killer phase. I feel like we're on turn 7, but I think we're on turn 6.
Well, Seth knows what he's doing. He's bombing it in there.
Did we roll a jump scare for when he came in this door?
Oh, no, we did not. Oh, Seth.
He got an 8.
Of course he did. The character gains a terror point. Some strange shadows in this house.
How about Denise goes first? And
Okay.
tries to find whatever this thing is.
Okay, Denise. You go first.
This is on a 10.
Mm-hmm.
12. Could she use her free encourage action on herself?
She could have, but she also has a luck point, so she could reroll.
Okay. Oh. An 8. All right.
So she grabs the pigeon before Seth can even get through the front door down there.
All of the materials, and she yells, "I've got them."
Moya, there is a first aid action that removes spear, so you can use Take a Breath, which is a long action, and it can remove either 1 terror or 2 injuries from yourself, or if you're in the light, it's an additional 1 of each, so it'd become a 2 and a 3.
All right. So she's got that. Seth can...
Oh, there is not. Moya. There's not one that you do on another person to take away their fear.
Seth can.
That's really where items become pretty key, because there's some food items and things that you can find that you can ditch as a free action, and those often remove some. Let me take a look at that. Is one that you have to use on another person, but that only removes injuries, 2 injuries from a friendly character nearby. There is not actually liquor on there. There's
it could fit into the snacks category.
You could.
So
these are technically 18-year-olds that are running around in here, so we're trying to keep it somewhat.
We don't condone underage drinking.
Yeah. So you can find, actually, on the search table, the supplies available. You can find a battery, first aid kit, set of keys, bag of snacks, an old washcloth, an energy drink, a bottle, a phone, a flashlight, and then there's the old lockbox, which lets you choose any item from both the weapons and the supplies table, if you can find it. Yeah, Moya, it was, but we're trying to keep it clean for now as well. And some people who go to look at this may not know that. So we just want to keep it all friendly.
Seth moved back to the well.
Oh, Seth, go!
Denise is gonna gain a terror point, and then she's just gonna hightail it out of. That's done. Gonna hightail it out of there, man. Has to roll for a jump scare as she passes by that tree.
This is your boy.
It's a 1.
Good.
It's a 1.
For what was that? I was reading chat. I apologize.
On jump scare table.
Jump scare. Lunge. Place the killer in base to base with the character and make its attack number 2, which for this particular killer isn't as terrifying.
So I'll use the closest killer.
Yeah.
Attack number 2. Okay. Max is going to activate, and do I remove 2 terror points for activating within?
Of the supporting character, you remove 1. It's just 1.
So I do 1, and I'm going to take a deep breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And did you flip the light token this turn? I always forget the light token.
I did not flip it back.
Okay, because I'm hoping that Seth's going to be able to run in there back that way next turn.
Well, it'll flip off next turn.
Oh, of course. Always classic Seth. He can never get in the light in time.
He's a turn too late, man. All right, and now Max is going to move 6 through the heavy terrain, and then another 2. And the supporting character you can't move. Okay, that is end of turn 6. Now we are on turn 7.
No. Max wants him to go into the light. Seth, go into the light. No, not that light.
Turn 7. Add a fright token. Roll for fright tokens.
They just go.
All right, so 6 for the closest, which is going to be this one.
Yeah, it's going to drag in, move in towards the closest character.
It's going to get there. Rolling for the one over by Seth in the woods. It's a 7. It's also going to move.
The spooky ghosts.
And the last one at the well is a 2, so it goes away. All right. Killer phase. That killer is going to move towards the supporting character still. Really coming in clutch there. It's D6. The other killer is going to swing away at Denise.
Oh, Denise.
He got a 4, so he definitely hits. So she takes a terror point and an injury.
And anybody who saw it move is going to gain a terror from it moving.
Yes. That'll be Seth and me. Okay. Now it's Max's time to shine. You ready? He's coming in.
Hashtag die in the bush.
Hashtag baby blues, baby. So, oh wait, do I have to be within awareness? Oh crap, I do. What's his awareness? 10?
Yeah, I think he's a 10.
Perfect. He's turning around and flashing his baby blues at Denise, and she's not even concerned.
So yeah, Max's special ability is called Baby Blues, and once per turn he can move a female character within his awareness towards him.
4 inches. A free disengage. She's so hypnotized by his dreamy baby blue eyes.
D-nice.
Boom.
D-nice. Denise is D-nice. She D-nices the area.
And now she can move her full 8 at that point. Get back here. She will have to roll a jump scare for passing by that tree. It's a 6.
Spooky tree. Graveyard spooky tree.
It's a 6. What is it?
That's tap on the shoulder. Place closest friendly character, a supporting character within 8 inches into base to base.
Ooh.
If there isn't a character within 8, but I think there is.
Yeah, Max is within 8.
Okay.
That worked out really nicely.
Yeah, the tap on the shoulder can either be super awesome or super bad.
It almost killed Holden last game.
Yeah, it did.
Get a Good shot of everyone running in here. Okay. Alice is just going to move 10.
She's gonna have to make her trip roll.
Oh, yeah. 10, she's fine. Denise was also fine. Max didn't use a trip, or didn't double move, actually. This turned off. Seth gets a terror point because he's within 2 of that.
Seth.
And moving 6 inches. That's it. That's the end of turn 7. Now we're on turn 8.
Seth is going to.
No, he's already moved. I moved him for you.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do this turn. Might have to flashlight again.
Well, the killers are still going after the supporting character.
Oh yeah, nice.
Supporting character hasn't been taken out yet. This is like the most useful supporting character has ever been. She's just like firing her revolver in the air. Like, come back, you killers!
Ye old disjointed freaks.
Rolling for fright tokens. One at the well is an 8. So it moves basically in contact.
Creeping.
One behind Seth. It's a 4, so it moves in contact with Seth. One behind the killer is 2, so it goes away. Killer phase. The first killer moves 1 inch towards.
Mippins, it'll flip at the end.
4.
It'll flip at the end of the killer phase, but this turn it's on off. It's not being helpful this turn. It's flickered off.
So the killer comes in right around here.
Oh, Darth. Unfortunately, Seth is the saddest. He's not being super helpful. But he's not dead either.
He's really done nothing. He's done absolutely. He hasn't been good or bad.
He tried to run down to the cabin and kick in a door and got a shin splint instead.
Ow! Oh, let me try the other leg. Ow! Just hobbling back.
Actually, it has a double deadbolt, guys.
They're very secure. My father makes them. I feel like his dad makes locks out anyway. All right, so the killers are still chasing down the supporting character. This supporting character is very
so each time that the supporting character though is in line of sight, they can gain 3 terror points before they go away. Also, they can take 3 injuries or 3 terror.
So that's gonna be.
I think this is the 3rd turn. I think it takes its 3rd.
But it's the first time that they've moved. Is it within line of sight, or when they see it move?
Within line of sight.
Oh, then yeah, this is the 3rd turn. So that's 3 for the supporting character.
All right, so that thing's gone. Hashtag lock daddy.
But special ability, it is turn 8. Special scenario.
We're gonna grab another one.
At the start of the fright phase, nope. Players may add a supporting character to the center of the table. So that park ranger's called for help. Right there.
My father makes them. Lockmaking is a noble profession. It's been around since 1662.
Keeping people's items safe. That's what the Newton family does. Newton locks. All right.
Newton lock. Oh.
That's it. Seth's dad is the killer.
I'm now designing a new corporation for your Zaibatsu stuff.
That's
it's gonna be
Newton Security.
What it's gonna be. Newton Security.
It can be built upon the bones that Seth's dad killed people while he locked them in fridges and stuff. Character phase. Turn 8.
Yeah, so I think Seth's going to put his last light token 3 inches in front of himself so that he can walk into it this turn.
Okay. And then he's gonna move in 3.
Yeah, so he's gonna put it so it'll be in front of him because that's not gonna turn back on until after the or at the end of the killer phase. That one did turn on.
Yeah, it's just behind him.
So that fright token actually goes away. That's back there. This was in the light.
Yep. And
Yes, Seth.
he
Winning the
removes
day.
a terror point because he went into the light.
Yep.
Alice
And
moves
he
10
actually
inches
can't
this
move
way.
anymore this turn either.
Denise and Max are just hanging out by that thing. They'll activate and both get a terror point because next. Oh, I guess they can try to diffuse. Well, Max activates and gets one. He's going to take a deep breath to get rid of one. And he's going to try to diffuse that terror. So I'm going to inspect that fright token.
And so you make an awareness roll. And then you can roll on the fright or the fright token table and you can add or subtract 1 from your result.
17. So
Negatory Ghost Rider.
nope, not on that. Denise is she's gonna focus and do it. So her awareness is 13. Focus plus 3. 16. It is a 6. She gets it. And then I'll roll for their fright token again. It is a 3 minus 1.
Yeah,
and it goes away.
See? It's nothing. It's actually what that action is called.
Since that is the last fright token, B and C.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the end of turn 8. Now we're on turn 9.
And we have all the pieces, right?
We do. We just have to get back to the well and get it done. Turn 9 fright tokens. Rolling for the one over here by this one. It's a 9, so it would become the killer. I'm not going to do that.
Yep, so you're going to roll under injuries.
First killer's fine, just is enraged.
And the second killer doesn't have any yet.
Right. Then we roll for the other fright token. It is a 1, so it goes away. And then they both come back because they both went away. Killer phase. Oh man, she's about to get torn up. 4 inches, so that's there. And makes an attack.
Okay. So he gains a terror because it moved.
Yep. Attack goes off.
Gains an injury and a terror.
Next killer is coming in. 7 inches. Doesn't quite get there, but the supporting character does see them move. So gets the 3rd terror point and goes away. So that guy got a call on the radio, showed up. Hey guys, what can I do? And was just run at by 2 disjointed creatures. Just, nope, peace. I'm out. Yeah, the black token is the second killer in this scenario. And it's funny, we had a supporting character there. This one over here actually did some good work for a while. This character lasted 1 turn and is gone. And that's typically what they give you like a moment to have a breath.
They try to be helpful, and then they're not.
Okay, I think that's it for the killers. Characters, man. Oh, light token flips off. Alice, she's got 2. She's valuable. She's gonna run in 10. Max is gonna use his baby blues and give her another 4. Seth is... Oh, that was Seth. Can't baby blue Seth.
Though we always joke that he should be able to.
Should. They can move in. Oh, wait. I forgot to add that fright token at the beginning of the round.
Oh,
It's
no.
a 3. All right, so
Goes
that
away.
means... Sorry, I'm having to backtrack here. So during the fright round, we should have done that, which means these didn't get placed when the others got done. The killer round went the same. This action, Max and Denise both got a terror, which they're both maxed out at 8. Max uses baby blues as 1. He's gonna take a deep breath as another. Man, he's been riding like the line of death
Yep.
this entire game. Denise is gonna take a breath. Be
Darth,
fine.
I think it would. I mean, it's really going to depend on the magnets. I think they probably make them small enough.
Yeah. So the killer model, the heads are gonna fit pretty nicely. Bring it over to this laggy camera. The heads are gonna fit in pretty nicely, like over the shoulders, and the hand at the wrist is where the things are. The weapon changes out. So, I mean, you could try to use like a little bitty magnet there. And depending on how good you are with magnets, I think it could be done. I'm not that good with magnets. This was
And the
turn 10.
hands also, they have a peg kind of on the back of them to where they join up with the wrist. So the wrist actually already has like the start of a pilot hole.
Yeah,
in
you
there
just have
too
to get
that you
their
can
hands. Turn 10. Add another fright token. Roll for fright tokens. 6 for the first one, 4 for the next. They both just move.
Yeah,
Oh,
Scott,
no.
that would be fun. Doing something where there's different killers kind of fighting each other, and the characters sort of get caught up in the outskirts of that.
Killer phase.
Womp womp.
We're going after Seth.
No!
First one is 7. It gets there.
Didn't his light turn off?
Yeah, it turned off on the last killer phase.
Yeah, cool.
So it'll turn on at the end of this one.
Yeah, yep, of course it will.
That character moves 5. He's still enraged, by the way.
But luckily he's coming up behind Seth, so it's out of his line of sight.
Yeah.
His characters have a 180 front arc, I guess, actually. We never mentioned that. That's important to know.
This music and Seth's eventual demise. So the first one is going to make an attack. On a 17, he whiffs. Wait.
Yeah, but he gets to add 1 for each point of terror on
Oh,
Seth.
so it's
I'm
18.
sure he
So
hits.
he hits. Gets a terror and a
So-
wound.
What's he at? What are his wounds and terror at?
He's only at 5 terror and 2 wounds. Denise is at 7
Oh,
and
yeah.
1. Max is
Cheating.
at 7 and 5.
Thanks, Darth. We do too. I'd love to be able to continue to write, more expansions and things for this.
It's looking like a pretty
Been a
good
blast.
first day. So we
That is. That's
let's
awesome.
see how it goes. Character phase.
Seth Connor. That sounds like it's like Sarah Connor's brother.
Seth Connor. Alice gets
Come
there
with me if you want to live.
and drops in the rituals
Bloop, 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 bloop.
and the killers with a visceral yell disintegrate. Like at the end of, also they got pushed out of the light. So Seth, his light came back on and he thinks that he disintegrated the killers. When in fact,
Actually, it was me.
he just got very lucky. Oh, so that's a victory right there. That is pretty good. We got very lucky with that supporting character distracting the killers as long as they did.
Yeah, look at the tokens on the side there. It's there's a lot of terror going around.
And that turn, both Denise
Yeah, we'll just
and
pretend that it was not Denise's calling in on Daddy's phone. We'll just pretend it was Seth and his light.
yeah, sure. Denise and Max would have both had 9 terror the next round, which means that in round 11, even if they had taken a breath this round, they would have died.
Yeah.
So we were
So it's close.
1 turn away from dying. Right there.
And Scott, that's a good point that you brought up. Scott said that he's looking forward to running this for people that are non-gamers, and this is like a really fun kind of a crossover between like board games and miniature games. It's kind of got a little bit of a vibe of both of them.
Yeah, I mean, we started out making a terrain game, but the more we made it, the more it became a thing of like, well, a tabletop game. The more we made it, we said, well, we should include the terrain. Well, we should include the dice. And then it kind of grew into what is kind of a hybrid, I guess you could say.